Where does the show stand?
Yeah, what's going on?
Yeah. Let's have that conversation first. What is going on?
I wish I knew what was going on. I don't really talk to nobody about what's going on. I show up and do my shit. To be honest, I don't really get into the semantics. All I know is Gil want to do his own.
Yeah, I just see him making calls to people.
So hold on. Gil is
not
trying to get
Gil
mad.
is Michael Jackson, bro. We the Jackson 5.
Okay.
So who left?
Mike
did Gil leave or did they kick Gil out?
You can't kick Gil out and we stay. That don't make no sense.
So Gil left.
Gil.
Yes or no? Don't start.
I can't say Gil left. I feel like Gil be ducking me because I be tearing. That's how I feel. I feel like I be tearing when Gil can't handle that. Gil want to win. I be tearing up. I'm not gonna lie. I be tearing. He don't like, and I'm the nigga that just be going against the grain all the time. I done had a nigga say, man, I ain't come over here to argue. I'm like, nigga, we here. It's a debate show. What are you talking about? You didn't come here to argue. This is what we built. We built the whole platform on arguing. The reason they tuning in is they want to see what we're arguing about today. What do you mean? So it's like he got fatigued on it. It's like, I'm not about to go here argue with this nigga no more. But I'm playing a character, so it's not like this is who I like. My personality is not the man, I'm gonna go against the grain just cause.
Right.
Like, I'm strategic. I'm very, very intelligent. So it's like, all right, what we talking about today? Are you gonna take that stance? I don't like that shit.
So
but everybody else going, politically correct.
But you embrace being the agitator.
I've been the agitator all my life.
But I'm gonna try to stay on track. So, but as it stands, because on the outside looking in, from the ignorant fan that don't know no better, correct this for me. They like, you let the white people come in and take Gil out and replace him with Skip.
That's not.
What is
the
truth of the matter?
That's not it, man. That's not it. I'll say this because I don't want to be speaking for nobody because nobody has said.
Don't say nothing out of
nobody
out
but
of
Gil
class.
has said anything. Like, he's the only one going his own. Like, this is what's happening. He always be doing that. But he like to save his own face.
Right.
That's him. He ain't trying to save everybody else.
Yeah.
But he'll save him.
Yeah.
It ain't no white man One.
Okay.
They came in and helped us build the shit. Paid for the whole production, the whole all that. It's a sponsor.
Yeah.
Like, it ain't no he brought Skip in.
Right.
Like,
but that's what I'm saying. To the people that don't know no better.
And Skip was drowning. He saved that.
Yeah. We was trying to figure out why he was doing it. We don't need Skip, bro.
Right.
We killing. We don't need him. But it was like, yo, what you gonna do? We bring Skip Bayless in. We're gonna bring, I'm like, hey, bring Skip in, bro. If he can save you, try. Right. Nigga, still on your, don't matter. Where you go, who you got in there, come on. So brought Skip in, and I think it was the indictment thing that kind of, got everything kind of tied down. You know what I'm saying? It's like, that's a strong thing, bro. Yeah. That ain't nothing easy to deal with.
Yeah.
And then, Gil is Gil, bro. Like, he feel like he could carry weight. And I said, we Jackson 5, he might. You're like, hey, listen, guys. This is gonna be my last performance. I'm gonna go on my own.
Are y'all still in this house?
No, we've been in this house for like 4 months, 5 months.
Y'all at another spot?
Yeah, we down the street actually. Yeah.
The Underground Lounge featuring Lou Williams, Spank Horton, and Rashad McCants covered everything from college basketball and the NBA to personal stories, making it an entertaining conversation from beginning to end. But the biggest discussion eventually centered on Gilbert's Arena, with Lou Williams asking Rashad McCants what was actually happening behind the scenes now that the show had become such a major headline. McCants never really gave one complete explanation and instead moved between different parts of the story, something he has previously described as part of the character he plays. At one point, he made the situation sound like a competition with Gilbert Arenas, suggesting Gilbert no longer wanted him around and had chosen to bring in Skip Bayless instead. Gilbert has already acknowledged that he was the one who brought Skip Bayless into the picture, and the move gave Skip a major opportunity at a time when his own channel was believed to have lost some momentum. At the same time, one point McCants made is difficult to ignore. Gilbert Arenas is obviously the central figure here because the show is literally called Gilbert's Arena. The bigger problem is that the full story still hasn't been clearly explained, with Gilbert only revealing pieces of what happened as the situation continues to unfold. McCants suggested that nobody had really addressed the situation, but Nick Young had already said that everyone was fired, so at least some details had already become public. And despite all the tension, McCants also made it clear that he has always been a fan of Gilbert Arenas and credited Gilbert with bringing him onto the show in the first place. McCants also emphasized that Underdog came in as the sponsor, but the bigger question is how much of the show's success existed before that partnership. Companies don't invest in shows just to be generous, they do it because they see value, and Gilbert Arenas had already built significant momentum around Gilbert's arena before Underdog became involved. That doesn't erase Underdog's contribution because the company provided production, promotion, and advertising, but the partnership still happened around a show that already had an audience and was built around Gilbert's brand. That is also why questions about outside control started gaining momentum. The schedule was reduced despite the show's popularity, and that immediately raised questions about what might have been happening behind the scenes. After hearing more discussions about the situation, the possibility emerged that the talent may not have been able to operate the show exactly the way they wanted, which helped fuel those debates. The conversation also touched on Gilbert Arenas' indictment, with the acknowledgement that it can obviously affect the image of a brand, while the legal process still has to play out and Gilbert remains innocent until proven guilty. At the same time, Gilbert is already moving forward with his own show, and people like Josiah and Nick Young are expected to be part of that next chapter. There is also a clear interest in hearing former players talk about their basketball experiences, along with the debates and arguments that naturally come with those conversations. As for Rashad McCants' appearance, the discussions seem to include both trolling and genuine points, although not everything he said about Lou Williams and Stephen A. Smith landed the same way. Lou Williams' draft night story about Stephen A. Smith criticizing him in front of his family before later apologizing was brought up, and that particular part of the conversation did not come across as convincingly as McCants presented it. McCants also made it clear that the version of Rashad McCants people see online is part of the persona he brings into these interviews. That became obvious when he asked Lou Williams if Stephen A. Smith's criticism on draft night had somehow motivated him. Lou immediately rejected that idea. His point was simple. The criticism didn't create his confidence because he had already built a resume for himself, including more than 4,000 points in high school and all the recognition that came with it. So being criticized on draft night wasn't suddenly the moments that made him believe in himself. The character angle is understandable, but Lou's larger point also makes sense. Respect shouldn't have to become a debate just to create entertaining content. If a player has already put in the work and built a legitimate resume, that accomplishment should be acknowledged without turning disrespect into part of the show. Overall, the podcast was still considered a worthwhile watch, but the biggest question surrounding everything remains unanswered. At some point, everyone wants to hear Gilbert Arenas give his full explanation of what really happened with Gil's arena. Until that happens, the audience is left watching the story unfold piece by piece and waiting for the complete version of events.